Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of
Rating Arizona.
Beers, brought to you by King's Beer and Wine.
Central and Thomas in Phoenix. Just follow the smells of barbecue. Soon to come across the street at Little Miss Barbecue's third spot.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm going to mention that in every single episode.
I think so, because you're so excited about that.
So excited.
We are your hosts, Marcus
From
Phoenix.
From Brewery 602.
Marcus at Brewery 602.
Last year's, what was it, the 2021 Home Brewer of the Year?
Home Brewer of the Year, yay.
Hell yeah, dude. This guy is a badass. Very grateful to have you as my host on this, man, my co-host.
I appreciate it.
You carry this thing. I can just be an idiot and just talk about, Seattle-style IPAs.
Seattle-style IPA. Mm-hmm.
I hope somebody looked that up because it's the truth. But I'm Eric Walters from Tap.az, and this is us drinking beer.
Yeah, drinking beer, and over at King's Beer Wine, who's been kind enough to host us, funky dudes to just drink beer.
Look how cool this place is too.
Oh my God.
Like this is really good. They have all these paintings that are somehow related to King, right? There's a lion, not the Lion King, but King's Beer and Wine, Central and Thomas. All right.
So today's beer is, I'm gonna have to throw this out there, is one of my favorite Arizona beers.
Okay.
So this is out of Arizona Wilderness. This is Refuge. It is a hazy IPA coming in at 6.8% ABV.
Yes.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. And just throw it out there real quick, because Refuge, I think they've been brewing it for, I don't know, maybe just like 4 or 5 years, something like that.
Yeah.
But it definitely my go-to hazy. I mean, I have basically the big three,
Okay.
I got Refuge, Spellbinder, and Church Music.
Yeah. Those are three cores for sure.
Yeah.
We've already reviewed 2 of them, so this is number 3.
Yeah.
Arizona Wilderness, just I don't know, man. I think they make a lot of good beers.
They do Ciudad, another fantastic beer. Their sour program, their cool ship program is off the charts. Creativity behind a lot of their beers, and the fact that they do care about the wilderness. I mean, it really is in their name, Arizona Wilderness, because they do care about the environment.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, every beer is made with Sinagua malt. I mean, Refuge right there. But the things that they do with the Nature Conservancy and making beers with all these different organizations, man, I dig what they do. I really dig what they do as a company, and Refuge is a great beer. Now, I was actually thinking coming in today when we were picking beers, I was thinking of La Ciudad. That's one of my favorites, but they have the grapefruit version right now. So I'm like, I don't know how long they'll have that one. So I want to review La Ciudad when they have like the straight up version. But
yeah, and we do try to pick beers that when the episode's released, you can make it down to King's Beer and Wine on Central and Thomas and pick up that beer.
Yeah.
Because we want to hear your opinion on the beer as well. We want to know if our palate is just that far off, or if you think it's a really good beer. So that's one of the reasons why we pick these beers.
For sure. Like our goal is to allow you to enjoy the experience along as well. Really kind of enjoy my experience, because I get guided by Marcus through this thing. So your show, I'm like, oh my God, that does smell like a fruit cup. That's amazing. So it's cool to kind of go through this and not, it's not a beer that like, this is one of 3.
Right.
Like that's not the point. We want you to be able to find this beer and enjoy it alongside the show.
Yeah. And the beer does come in a hazy gold light color.
Sure does.
And really tight, compact head on that thing. It poured.
Yeah, it does.
Fantastic. I mean, it looks frothy and good.
Now, is that part of frothy and good? That's
Frothy
a beer. We're going to make a beer called Frothy and Good.
Yeah.
So, is that part of how, as a brewer, do you ensure that the head retention is what you want it to be for that style?
So, I mean, it's all in it's all in your grain bill.
Okay.
It's built in. So, I mean, hazy IPA, a lot of either flaked oats or, flaked wheat, stuff like that. And all that flaked, those proteins, I mean, you're going to get a lot of head retention. I mean, it's just going to give you a lot. So mainly that's what it is just in the grain bill is where it's built. I brewed a Irish stout, brewing right now for NHC, And
what's that?
It's National Homebrew Competition.
Okay.
So it's a national competition.
Oh, nice.
There was about 5,000 entries last year. Myself and a gentleman by the name of Christian Chandler were the only two to medal in Arizona. So
no shit.
Yeah.
Congrats, buddy.
Yeah. So I medaled with my Irish Stout.
Yeah.
I got a bronze. So I'm like, I'm gonna take the notes and see if I could medal again.
Yeah.
And some of the notes were like a little bit thin. So mouthfeel wise, you just adjust your grain bill a little bit. Try to get a little bit more mouthfeel, a little bit more creaminess out of it.
Okay.
So added some flaked oats.
Beautiful.
So simple.
Nice, man.
Anyways, let's get a try by Aroma.
Let's do it.
Did you already drink the whole? I think you were drinking.
No,
I
didn't touch it, man. I've been doing. I got foam on my nose. Like that was about the closest I got. But
so to me, it's a little bit more subdued than it has been in the past.
I'll be honest with you, it smells a little off.
It is. It does smell off. So it was actually brewed January.
I think it was the same day as that Moda Sonorum we reviewed.
Yep.
But it does not have the aroma of a hazy.
Right.
Right. It has actually more of an aroma of a West Coast kind of.
Yeah. Well,
right?
so Refuge is. I think it is actually like a West Coast meets East Coast beer.
Okay.
I don't think it's meant to be a straight haze.
Straight haze, like La Ciudad is.
So they do put on here that it's an Arizona IPA.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
And that is the big one with that, because a lot of people think it's like Spellbinder or Church Mead.
Sure.
It's not. It's actually going to have bitterness to it.
Okay.
Like even so on the Aroma, I get a lot of like a citrus, like an orange peel, like orange zest, or a pithy orange kind of thing in there. A little bit of pine even, so you get some of that West Coast aroma.
Yeah,
But at the same time, you still get like that rolled oats thing, like an rolled oat kind of oatmeal as well in the background. So yeah, it could throw your senses off. It is a blend between the two.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty cool blend. Let's taste it. Cheers.
Hey, cheers, man. You guys are listening along at home. Cheers to you as well. It's got some bitterness to it, right?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, again, it's kind of what you expect. It does taste like a big astringent bitterness, though.
Right. Yeah, it tastes off a little bit. This can taste off. This is not like, I don't think this is indicative of what Refuge is.
Right. I would completely agree. So this was brewed in January. We're sitting right now in April. So, I mean, that's put it like right on its, enjoy by date or whatever.
Yeah.
It's past that enjoy by date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, but also, let me just say this. If I came into this not ever having Refuge, this is a good beer.
Right.
But it's just, when something is a little bit different than what you expect, it throws you off. So.
Yeah. And it does still taste like a blend, right? It tastes like a hazy meets West Coast.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, for sure.
It tastes.
It has that, more of the American, like I see American IPA, right? And I consider that to be kind of in the middle, right? It's definitely not hazy or juicy, but it's definitely not West Coast either. Like Two Hearted Ale, right? Is that a pale ale or an IPA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right. It's like right on the cusp. It's
Yeah.
like right. I think they're calling it an American pale ale, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
something.
So this beer does have a little bit more of that, like astringency to it.
Yeah.
So it has like that grassy kind of earthy astringency that kind of lingers there in on your tongue on the background.
Yep.
The mouthfeel doesn't really help that astringency very much.
Sure. Yeah.
It feels a little bit heavier on the mouthfeel. I think it could help it a little bit, help carry it a little bit.
Yeah.
But being that it's a little bit thinner, and that astringency is puckering. So
Yeah.
and it's super dry.
Well, and I would say that it's like you talk about like the pith or the peel of like citrus. I get that a lot, like lime pith, like a lot on this one, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, which is not a bad thing, right? Like I love having some tequila drinks with that taste in it. So, a little tequila soda lime, but yeah, man, this is good. This is good, but this is not what I
remember Refuge
of
being,
Refuge.
right.
Yep.
No, I would agree with that. I would say pulling it from the brewery. I mean, so Arizona Wilderness, they do have a couple locations. went out. They're considering it Gilbert, I guess?
I think it's Gilbert, yeah. On Arizona Avenue.
Yeah. So in Gilbert and then downtown Phoenix. And both locations are amazing.
Yeah.
The food is outstanding.
For sure.
So
cool ambiance. Like I prefer. I haven't been to Gilbert in forever. Since I mean, downtown is closer for me, personally, but also I love that downtown, that spread of, now across the street you have Pedal House, and I think they opened up a sake house right there, like the same owner, Julian. Yeah, dude, that guy's just opening shit everywhere, man. He's just kicking ass, and Doc at Pedal House is continuing to kick ass making beers. I hope Pedal House gets some things in can so we can review them and tell Doc what he needs to do better.
Yeah, right. Jesus. Yeah, I tried brewing with Doc, and I just sat back like a little child listening and trying to soak in everything, because the guy, he knows his stuff.
I'm impressed by him without knowing. Like, he could say anything and I would be like, wow, that's incredible. Or like, what you're talking about, so it's even more impressive, right? And his demeanor of just how calm he is all the time, right? Is he like that on brew day and stuff too? Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Just real cool, real chill guy. So,
well, this one's about Arizona Wilderness, though. Doc, we love you, but so this was the beer that we featured in the Arizona Beer Book for Arizona Wilderness, and cool story behind it. We did the Behind the Pint episodes with some of those, and the one I had with John just didn't turn out very good, so I can't really release that one. But it tells the whole story. So in the Arizona Beer Book, tell the whole story of Refuge. I would tell you now, but I forget what it is.
Still a tasty beer.
For sure.
Again, just because we're ultra critical, right? Because we've had this beer so many times, and for me, like I said, it's one of my go-to beers. So I know when it's a little off. So it being a little off is not a big deal. Like you were saying, you come in, you buy this beer over at King's Beer Wine, you're still going to like the beer.
For sure.
It's still going to be a good beer. So as far as the grade's concerned.
Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah, you go first. I already know mine, what in my thinking in my head, but
I'm saying 8.5.
Yeah.
On this. Is
that
what you're going to say? Yeah. Like normally I would give this 9.25.
Yeah.
Like the best of the best of Refuge that I've had. But for this one, 8.5. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm with you.
Now, that is one thing that I don't know. People, ask if, they think I'm a beer snob, which I'm not. Like, I'm really not.
Not at all.
Right?
Yeah, and I know beer snobs.
Yeah.
Trust me. Yeah. I know a bunch of beer snobs.
Yeah.
You're nowhere. Yeah, you're not.
I don't want to be.
You like beer.
I really do.
Love beer.
I love beer. I love beer. And the one thing that has stuck with me is freshness. Yeah. Right. So I am the one always looking at the bottom of the cans. Right. And, so because you get and that's why I love going into a brewery. And I always say to people, like, don't judge a brewery. Right. Like, first of all, everybody wants to be critical and this place sucks. This place sucks. Like, first of all, don't judge a place until you've been there. Maybe a couple times even, right? Yeah. Especially people, I haven't been there since they opened. They sucked. Well, they were just open and whatever, right? So I don't know. You just be open-minded. And where was I going with that?
I don't know. I was enthralled over here. I'm like, wow.
Well, no, just with it's freshness really matters. That's where I was going. Is freshness really matters, and when you go to a brewery and you get it as fresh as it can be, sometimes right out of the bright tank or whatever, that spoils you, right?
Oh yeah.
But that doesn't open the door for somebody to say, "Oh, this beer sucks." You know what, dude? 5 years ago, you freaking love that.
Oh my God.
That was your beer, like this or that. And as people grow, I just think, I don't know. This is my soapbox, but I think the craft beer elitists sometimes get a little bit. If somebody gets popular, all of a sudden they suck. And only the good ones are the ones that are hard to get. No, that's not the case. I'm starting to sweat. I'm going to get fired up.
Yeah. Preach on, brother.
Yeah,
Preach on.
So be open-minded, look for freshness, but also know that, sometimes you can get a great beer that just is off somehow, right?
Sometimes not everyone has a good day, right?
Yeah.
There's bad days allowed in there every once in a while.
And also, there's a lot of steps between them putting that in a can in their brewery and this getting on the shelves at King's Beer and Wine, right?
Exactly right.
There's a lot of variables in that. So, still, 8.5, Arizona Wilderness. Keep doing what you're doing.
Heck yeah.
I'll keep drinking your beer. And King's Beer and Wine carries Arizona Wilderness. And Marcus, I think this is a wrap, right?
This is a wrap. So thanks for watching, guys. Please do comment and let us know what you think. Should we keep doing it? Should we just stop because this is horrible?
I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't give a shit.
I know, me too. We're just doing it for the beer.
So go to tapthateasy.com. Also, you can follow Tap That Easy on Instagram at Tap That Easy Podcast. But at tapthateasy.com, on the side of the page, it's going to say leave a message. So you can leave a voicemail if there's an Arizona beer that you want us to try, or if you've got some feedback of whatever you want to tell us about Arizona beer and how amazing we're doing, let us know. So.
And thanks for watching, guys.
Cheers. Cheers, buddy.